Ice-esque music. Ice Ice Baby?
No,
No.
all of a sudden, all we start hearing is dun
Do
dun
do
dun
do do
dun
do
dun
do
dun
do.
dun dun. Dun.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What?
No, that was
Or-
Go Ninja Go Ninja Go.
I know,
Yo,
but same person. Note, I didn't say artist. I just said person. But
right.
Harvest, you are up. What do you do?
I don't know what I do yet. So Navakari. Navakari. Is she hovering? Or is she dropped down in that sort of 20 foot drop?
I'm dropped down, backed up against the wall.
Oh, okay. And have you taken damage or no?
Yeah, I'm almost bloodied.
Okay. And Velen, did I see her do anything when she went up to where she's at, or did she just go up there?
I believe she cast from her wand, because I have written down that she has so far today used two third level spells and also two charges from her wand.
Okay. And Jux, when he went over there, he shot Eldritch Blast.
Yes, pew pew.
Um, and Ziada doesn't look concerned, like she's like laughing over there, taking her little 1 point of necrotic damage, or
I don't know.
I
Can you
took a
see
little
her
bit
from
of
where you are?
damage.
yeah, I can see.
It hasn't been too bad. I just dislike the fact that I know that this guy is a vampire that is potentially gonna respawn, so I have to be doing radiant damage. But aside from
Gotcha.
that, I basically have to make sure to do radiant damage. But other than that, I'm not really in bad shape over here. It's just I have to get through this fucking guy.
Did I see Jux's Eldritch Blast do damage to these guys or Velen's?
Mm, yeah, I gotta say, sure, you did. So they're ice methods. You have fought these before. You fought these in Oral's tower. Remember
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
remember the dudes that were like, we
Little
just
flying nymphs.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they were like, now we attack. Yeah. The only one that was semi okay was Sopo.
You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful.
I'm gonna
The
just check if
claw.
one thing is.
Claw. And then I'll have uh Ziada make a check on her turn because it just something just dawned on me that I don't know if you realized or not. But with that Harvest, what are you going to do?
I think I'm gonna do that. Um, 8 points of healing to Navakari.
Okay.
Do you need to see Novakri? Because Novakri is 20 feet down over a cliff edge.
Good question. I kind of assumed I could see her, but give me 1 second. Yes, that I can see, so I cannot see her.
Currently, I would say you cannot see her from where she is.
Well, I can.
You could
I
move
can
up.
move
Yeah,
forward.
you could.
Okay,
Yes, yeah. I would
and I
say that
would.
once you get about here, you can just glimpse over the edge and you could see her, and then you don't have to stay there. You can move away.
Okay, so that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. My move, I think, is 30.
Hola.
What's up, dude?
Yeah. So I move there, cast healing word, and then I move behind Jux.
And you don't provoke because you'll remember that the ceilings that the ice mephits are at right now are all about 20 feet further up from the lip of this edge. So from base of the floor to the top of the ceiling, 40 feet, these things only have like a minimal range or reach, so they couldn't get you.
Mm,
All right. Anything
okay.
else on your turn? You moved, you cast a spell,
So
bonus action?
I don't think I have anything for bonus action. So these guys are actively flying, correct?
Yes.
And so they are above Navakari's level and at
There
just
is
his level.
there is one no. So there is one that's still up in the ceiling. There's one that's down at Novakri's level. There's another one that's at Novakri's level but hasn't been able to get over to her. And then there are two over here that are the two down here, which are flying up at the ceiling level. And
Okay.
then roll me. You know what? Nope. That's what you know. That's what you know.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right, then that is my turn.
Okay. Ice Memphit, number 19, the one that's taken the most damage. It's going to fly down to Novakri, get in her face, and try to bite her. It's going to swing with its claws. It's only got, what has it got? It's only got the one. 23 to hit? I'm going to assume?
It's disadvantaged because I'm with the cloak.
That is correct. And so does a 15 hit you?
Negative.
Okay. A 15 does not hit you. Your AC is finally above a 15?
Oh no, it is 13. I'm sorry. My brain is fried right now.
No worries. I was just like, you finally got AC? That's amazing, but apparently not. So it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's going to
No, the
do
DM doesn't let that shit happen.
a D. Oh, it's going to take 2 points of damage because it's a D4 plus 1.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
That is it. That's all it can do. It moved. It swung at you. It already did a frost breath, so it can't do any more of that. And that's it. That's its turn. It goes to Jux. You got here just in time, brother. What are you doing?
I'm still setting up. I don't have access to it yet. Still trying to log in my computer's. It's my computer.
Okay. Do you want us to just like pause and when it pops up, you can jump in and do what you want to do?
Unless somebody else wants to do it real quick.
Just gonna pew pew.
Because again, my computer's freaking ancient, so I don't know how long it's going to take to. It's either going to be really quick or it's really not.
Just pew pewing.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. There's one that is looking pretty hurt. That's right in Novakri's face. There's one that's kind of in your face, about 10 foot above you, maybe 15 feet above you, and then there's a whole mess of them at various heights throughout the rest of the room.
All right. So start with the one right in front of me, and then if that kills him, then move on to the one in front of Novakri.
Okay.
Well, just remember these things blow up if you kill it.
Oh, it makes my day.
So if you kill it, it'll probably take out the one in front of Novakri. I'm not saying don't. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
They don't do a ton of damage when they explode, but
do like 10. They do like 10 damage, right?
I think it's a D. Is it a D? It's a D8 Dex save of 10 for half.
Okay.
So
I mean, and the thing that's fun about it is when they blow up and they're this close to each other, they make each other blow up. So there's a whole cascading effect that goes down.
Is that one that's kind of hurt? Right there, that's
Uh,
bloodied.
Yep, this one right here is bloodied. The one right next to it is critical. The one back here and this one are at full health, and the one that's right in front of Jux is at full. I think it's at full health. It's pretty close. If it's not, no, it's at full health.
The bloodied one, is that something where it's like, is that kind of up in the air a little bit as well?
That one was also at about like the 20-foot mark. Like it had come down and breathed its frost breath towards Novakri, and it may have tried to affect one other person. And then somebody responded to that, so that's why that one's a little hurt.
Just because, Chris, I know you can't see it. There's one that seems like, and that's the one I'm asking about. Is you might be able to do some damage and kill it without
That
it
works.
blowing up and hurting anyone. I think, depending on the radius.
That works.
But
That was actually how my only TPK in 4th edition went. It was on a play test, and they had these little minions that did 10 points when they exploded. So they surround you, and you'd pop off one, and all of a sudden you got 80 points of damage coming your way.
I just remember
We
some of the characters that were brought into the game store up there, and Mike, that like some people would bring, and it's just like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. You have like a ton of minions. It's like this guy, Rich, would he had a wizard or a sorcerer that would be like, oh, it hits this guy, and if it kills him, it jumps to the next, and then it jumps to the next, and jumps to the next. And it's like he just wiped the board, and it's like, all right, well, what the hell just happened?
Rich Zarnik is a monster for min-max.
He is. Well, and then you were telling me about the guy who isn't actually a real person because he's Harry Potter. So
he's the other min-maxer in the group that was in the group, but
yeah.
they just, I mean, they're both fun people. They're just,
yes,
man.
It's not just the guys who are, those guys who ruin it.
Oh, they didn't ruin it. I mean, they had
exactly.
They had one. Rich had one character that his weapon of choice was a blow gun, a blow dart, but he'd still do like 20 points of damage with a freaking blow dart just from the riders.
I remember we did a one-off game one night where there was a room the characters walked into that there were a bunch of evil minions, but there were explosive traps on the ground. And one of the characters, unknowingly, shoved one of the minions onto the exploding trap, and then it just started blowing up each one of the traps, because every time I rolled for where it would blow up into, it just blew up another trap. And within moments, they had destroyed the whole room with minimal damage to themselves. And they were like, okay, we're done with here.
So a 20 and 12 damage coming in on that bloodied guy.
All right, let's deal with that first. So this guy only had 7 health left, so he is now dead. Everybody within 5 feet of him, so that's going to be the guy to his left, Novakri, and I'm going to say the guy behind him, because I can't remember what height that guy was at.
But I thought that guy you said was up further. That one that was bloodied.
No, I'm sorry. It's the guy to his left, because he had breathed frost. He had frost blasted Novakri.
Yeah, the one who's critical was the one who was right there, right?
Yes, both of them were. Both of them were at approximately the same height.
Oh, okay. I thought that one that I had just shot was up higher. That's what I was asking.
It's gonna have a 3-way effect. The one behind it, the one to the left of it, and Novakri is going to get hit with it. If you want to change that, we can go back, but that's the effect of that shot.
Yeah, I was just trying to, because I don't want to jump in and kill someone's character with another person's character. As I'm off in another room soloing some guy who isn't even gonna give me fucking great loot.
I don't think it's going to kill Novakri. We'll see. But here's what happens. That guy's going to explode. I'm going to roll 2 dex checks for these 2 mephits. And I need a dex check from Novakri. I'm just double checking. It's a dex saving throw. I'm sorry, not a dex check, but a dex saving throw. All right. That one saves. Navakri saves. That one saves. All right, so the 3 of them save. And then I'm going to roll a d8. And everybody's going to take half of that. So everybody takes 2 damage.
Yeah, but the one that's critical, he only has 2 hit points.
He had 2 hit points left, so he's going to explode. And so now I'm going to need another dex save from you. That is a fail. And I'm going to need a dex save from the ice mephit. That is a save. All right, so Novakar, you're going to take all of this. The dude in the back is only going to take half of it. So you take 3 points. The guy behind takes 1. Oh, not that guy. That guy's dead. This guy. And this one. All right. And then I'm just going to take these guys off the map just so it's a little easier to see what's going on. All right. And that was your first shot, Jux. So you cleared 2 of the ice mephits.
All right, so I guess he'll just be going like he had said for the one who's close. He's 10 feet up, right?
Yes. So even if you like crit this and kill him on this shot, when he explodes, he can't hit you.
Well,
Oh my! So yeah, talk about calling it. So 8.
So it looks
plus
like
1.
It's 9.
All right. So minus 9. This guy is now. I'm going to give him the bloodied condition. And then if Jux wants to move, Jux can move without provoking, because it's 10 feet away from it.
I don't know what he'll want to do, but I'll just move him back a little bit. If he wants to move somewhere else,
No,
he's got some space
do it.
to move with.
All right. Next up, we have Ice Mephit, who is dead, so I'll get him off. Then we have Valin. I'm going to look at Valin's spellbook real fast because I can never remember what she has. Nope, she's not going to cast those spells. I think she's just going to use her wand again. She's going to use 1 charge of it at the guy that's up here in the hopes that it takes him out. So it's going to be 1d4 plus 1. No, she'll use 2 charges because she knows that won't work. So it's going to be 2d4 plus 2. Roll 6 damage. Does not take out that creature. However, it is now critical and on its last wing, I guess you could say. All right. And Valen is going to back up a little bit because she doesn't want to be near that thing if it blows up. And it goes to Ziada. Ziada, what are you doing?
I'm busy.
Also, while you're busy, roll me a knowledge religion or a survival check.
Okay. 10.
With a 10, I'm going to say that your training has given you enough to know that vampires need to be staked to be put down permanently with something wooden. Otherwise, they are going to regenerate and they're going to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know you as a player know this. I know you did an entire campaign full of vampires. I'm just saying as a reminder.
All right, so let's start off with let's try a shield bash. Try and knock this guy over.
All right, let me pull up.
I think he got up, right? Yeah, he went.
Yes.
Wait, no, because he went before me.
That's right. He came
over.
up and you. That's right.
So he would still be down.
Well, yeah,
If he
actually, I
hadn't
think you're
gotten
right.
up.
That's correct. He is still down. So you would have advantage on your strikes.
All right. So let's do this. Advantagize.
10 would not hit, but a 21 definitely does.
All right. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just go for the regular attack on this one. So that is 10 points of damage.
Okay. He is most definitely brought to a critical state with that strike.
All right, and now we go with another one. Oh shit, 12.
Those are both misses.
Yeah.
It somehow sees the second strike coming and just rolls over to the side as you plant that blade into the snow on its next to its shoulder.
All right, let's see. What am I looking for? This.
Athletic check.
Not yet. That's right. It's a second level. Fudge. Yeah, so I guess I'll go with an athletics check to try and hit this thing while it's down.
Just a quick question. Your sword is not magical, is it?
Nope.
Right. So it's going to get a little bit of that sweet hit points back from that. I'm going to still keep it right around critical, but it's not as critical. And then an athletics check. I don't have no athletics. So I'm just going to straight up roll strength. It's going to be the first one, so it's a 12. Definitely beat it. So do was it a D6 plus whatever?
Yes. So that is 8. So 4.
All right. It's 4. You got him almost back to where you had him on that first slash when we thought
Right.
when I forgot about resistance. I also forget frequently that you are like the one party member that's not shooting a magic something when you're doing things.
Yeah,
All right, is
I've been
that your
waiting
turn?
for a magic item.
I've been waiting for it. You know what? You're literally going into a long forgotten magic city. So who knows what you'll find in here?
Oh, wait a minute. That's not entirely
They
true.
don't have any magic. I'm sorry, magic items as weapons. That's what it's so.
No,
specifically-
doesn't
The armor is magical. Yes.
no, but the other character, doesn't he have a bag or a quiver or something that when you put stuff in it, it gives it a +1?
It's only specific. It's only specific items that you can't put a sword in there. Yeah.
Ammunition.
Okay.
Javelins, bolts, arrows.
Now,
And I think that's it.
if we had an artificer,
We did.
like I said, if we had an artificer,
All right, Ziada. Oh, sorry.
Quick question. So, are javelins? Can they can be just regular? Like they don't have to be thrown.
No, they don't.
So you could.
Of course, but I mean, I already took the turn and everything like that. But
If you still are carrying javelins that were made magical, we'll have to look at the duration for that. Because I think there was a duration for how long they remained magical once you took them out of the quiver. And if not, maybe I'm misremembering, but I think there was a rule for that. You could use the javelin, but the damage associated with would not be the standard damage that comes with it, because the javelin is a D8 when thrown. When used as like an improvised weapon, it would probably be half that. It would still be magical, but it wouldn't be. You wouldn't get the same amount from it. All right. Anything else on your turn, Ziada?
Nope.
All right. Ice Mephit number 13. This one.
Suddenly combusts.
This one does not blow up, but he does look. I can't remember if he did it or not. I'm gonna roll a d20. If it's a 1 to 5, he has not done it. If it's above a 5, he has. Yeah, he has. So he's just gonna swing it through. He's gonna come in, fly into your face, and he is going to try and. Nope, he is not the kobold vampire spawn. He is an ice mephit, and he is going to try to claw you. With a 15. Disadvantage because of the cloak. A 10 does not hit you, so it misses.
That's usually what happens when it doesn't hit.
Yep. No Valkyrie, your turn.
Well, that was just not fair. I am going to toll the dead on the mephit to the south of me. Oh, no.
The one that just tried to hit you?
No, the one that's already critical.
Okay, the one here to your east? Or to your right? Okay.
Well, toll the dead, I get 1d10 or 1d12 versus 1d8.
Okay, and it is con save? What is it?
It is a wisdom save.
Oh, no positives on this. Let's see what happens. A 10. I believe that's a fail.
A firm. DC.
All right. Don't even have to roll it.
That's
Dead.
not a DC 12. Is it? No, it's a DC 15.
Well, no, because it's your. I was actually just looking at your character for a reason. Because it's magic initiate, cleric, it uses
intelligence modifier instead of.
But then right below it, you've got it uses wisdom. Wait, no, your intelligence modifier, the save is wisdom. So yeah. So I think it uses intelligence. Something.
So as you toll the dead and send this power soaring upwards towards this mephit that's still at the ceiling where the icicles are, it kills it, like in a big way. But as it explodes and combusts, some of the icicles start to fall down from the ceiling towards you as they did originally, and I need you to make a dex saving throw.
A dex saving.
Yep. You make it, so you're only going to take half of this. You take 6 damage as an icicle comes down and just shears through what little armor you have on your left leg and just like leaves this gash, this bleeding gash as it crashes into the floor and explodes. However, there's another one dead. So good on that. Novakri, anything else you want to do on your turn?
One moment. I can do a healing word on myself.
I believe that's true.
Get 6 hits back.
Just get it exactly back. Your leg just starts to like the flesh just kind of like goes back over the icy cut that's there. There's this weird burning sensation and then another weird burning sensation and you feel like you're right back where you were. Sans the gash. But you get up again. All right. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Go to this guy. And this guy is dead. And we go to Loki.
Just in time for me to load the map. Now I know that there were some that were flying up. Is this one right in Novakri's face, or is it
Yes. That one's right in
Okay.
Novagri's face. This one you can probably see from where you're at, but this guy I'd say probably has some cover from line of sight because of the drop.
35 feet? Let me see. Pretty sure Firebolt is like 60. Check. Right. 120. That works.
That'll do it. That is a hit.
Nice. That is good.
All right,
Oh,
so
wow.
that's 4 damage. Is that
Wow,
minimal
what the hell
damage
did
on
I
that?
roll? Almost. I mean, I can roll 2. What the hell? I rolled two for each D10. That's crazy. All right.
All right.
So,
Pew! Are you doing anything else?
no, I'm far enough away. This is good. We're good here.
All right. Ice method over here. Okay. I'm gonna go that. We're gonna go to this guy. This guy just got shot with an arrow. Is tired of this BS and is gonna fly over 5, 10, 15. Yep, is going to fly over and is going to get right in front of Harvest's face and is going to breathe a cone of cold out towards Harvest, Jux, and Loki. I'm going to need a dex save, I believe. Let's see. Frost Breath, 15-foot cone of cold air. Each creature in the area must succeed on a DC 10 dex saving throw, taking 2d4 cold damage on a failed save. Not a ton of damage, but Harvest, that is a success. What's the matter?
What does resistance do for me?
Resistance will further reduce the damage. So if it's half, it's quarter.
Yeah, no, I didn't save.
Okay, but resistance will drop it to half. So it is 2d4. Everybody else saves. So basically, everyone's only taking half on this. 2d4 roll. All right, so everybody takes 2 points of cold damage as this thing comes up and just goes like and breathes this like icy frost in your face, little bits of ice and hoarfrost glinting in your eye, making it hard to see forward. All right.
I take 1 point for that because I have a resistance to cold.
Oh, and that in fact you do. Nice. Loki, any resistance as well or no?
No, I don't feel like using Uncanny Dodge for this. I could, but
it might be a
Just
wise
wanna-
move.
It's
Just
not
in
even-
case,
it
just
wouldn't
in
even
case.
get you anything to not.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep. And then this guy is going to emerge right here and is going to do the same thing at both the vampire and Ziada. So the vampire and Ziada need to give me a dex save. Vampire saves. Ziada saves. And we're going to go 2d4. All right, so you'll take both of you will take 2 points of damage. Actually, let me check on the vampire. It does not have anything against cold damage, so it takes that cold damage. Wow, did not know that.
I do.
With that, we're back at Harvest's turn. Harvest, you're up. There is now an ice mephit in your face. It literally just spit ice shards at you. What do you want to
Motherfucker.
do?
Dude, how about a mint?
Actually, smells like menthol.
You guys got a Salem or
Yeah.
Winston over here?
Newport.
In Newport?
Okay. So I'm just gonna go old fashioned.
You've come a long way, baby.
Slice and dice it with my scimitar. Does a 25 hit?
100% it does.
Yeah. 9 points of damage.
All right.
Multi attack.
It's not looking great. Do another one of those. That's a hit.
15.
Do another one of those, and it's probably going to blow up in your face. 6 damage is not enough. It's
Fuck.
you have reduced it to near death, but it's still trucking. Anything else?
Let's see.
Bonus action, kick it.
Yeah, spit in it.
The little known bonus action kick. No one remembers that.
Monks do.
No, I ain't got nothing else.
All right.
My
Remember.
2-weapon fighting is my bonus action.
Cool. No, well used, well done. Just unfortunately, not enough. All right. This guy's dead. Jux, you're up. You also just got ice spat. What are you doing?
Let me see here. I had an idea, but it's not going to work.
You're gonna rage and hug it.
Sure, why not?
Ice mephits make me so mad.
How many things are left?
Right now, you are aware of 2 that are in front of you. Well, there's one you can see, and one you can't see, but you know it's attacking Navakri.
And then I am going to use a lightning lure and pull that thing away.
What does that do? I mean, it's cool. I just don't know what it does.
Yeah.
Probably want to move further, just in case, so that way if it is pulled, you're a little bit away from it as it explodes.
No.
I didn't hear what you said, Chris.
It's not going to be a ton of damage, but he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. I believe they don't have much of that. Let's see. Ice mephits have a -2 to strength, so here we go. That's a 12. Which I believe is a fail. Yep.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So 10 feet in a straight line toward
I
me.
think you could say that where you're pointing to right there. Yeah. So just right there. And then take a D8 if it's within 5 feet of you. So if it pulls right there, it doesn't take any damage. Yeah, it looks. So I mean, I think you did a great job getting it away from everybody, so that maybe it could get killed before it does anything. But I don't think any of the damage is going to happen. Right? I'm reading that right. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Reading it is just like.
That's cool. Is that part of your barbarian or part of your warlock build?
Warlock.
That's cool. I haven't seen that before. I like that. And then it would be cool too if like the range also increased, with the levels, but whatever. All right, so it gets sucked over there. Jux, you moved, you did that spell. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
No.
Okay, it goes to Villain. Villain sees this thing's on its last legs. She's going to spend one more charge of her wand. I'm not even going to roll damage because minimum damage is 2, and it has 2 hit points left. So this thing is going to explode, but it explodes and doesn't do any damage to anybody because no one's within 5 feet of it. That was very well played. That's Velin's turn. Actually,
actually, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Did they kill it?
Yep.
All right, I'm not going to worry about it, but it still would have taken damage. I would have taken damage if it came within 5 feet of me.
Is it? So target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you and then take a d8 of damage if it is within 5 feet of you. So I think only if you pulled the creature directly next to you would it take the damage.
Yeah, you only
have
that's
fine.
An aura of like 5 feet around you with that.
Yeah.
And then
That's fine.
Yeah, if you had I know you would have taken the black damage. No, it's a very cool ability, man. Like, I mean, especially the higher levels you get where you just can rip something out of where it is based on a strength save. That's cool. Okay, so Villain went. She did what she was going to do. I think I'm going to have her move. This way. 5, 10, 15. She's going to come down this way towards Ziada. As she comes down and sees that Ziada is battling a vampire kobold, Professor Scant's going to immediately speak up and be like, "Oh, a vampire! Yes, I haven't seen one of those in ages. We really should ask it questions." And then it's Ziada's turn.
Well, ask now.
Are you serious? Oh, excellent. Where do you hail from, old fanged one? Thing just hisses.
Oh, hey. There it is.
It's kind of a gurgly hiss.
Well, it's a really emaciated kobold vampire.
So, that's a 1 versus a 20. I'll take the 20.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. Also interesting. I'm not going to say you can't do this. You should definitely do it. Somehow the vampire is not in the turn order anymore, but I'm not going to worry about it. Have at it. I just suddenly was like, how did the vampire never get a chance to stand up? But
Well, you
I'm
know,
not going to worry about
he
it.
was very lazy. So
Very lazy. Yes. So do some damage.
does this
Like you said, he's emaciated.
It is true.
Sounds like a kid's book. The Very Lazy Vampire.
The very lazy vampire kobold. All right. So
cast one of them, so 5, and then
wait a minute.
But
Was that
Nicola,
not a critical? Was that not a critical though?
no, that's why I'm saying it's like it only casts 1. I
Oh,
tried,
okay.
I tried doing it, but it doesn't like do the extra critical stuff. So it's 11 there.
Okay, so 11 total damage, but it's going to only take half of that, so it's
only
going to take 5.
Yes.
Yep. It is still up.
All right. Well, it is not up because I am going to.
Spend a smeety?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know I probably don't need to, but you know, this way it's safer and it covers up for the fact that this thing never got up. So we can pretend that it did and then just missed, and I am throwing. All right, so how much am I doing? Smite. So we're going to be going with that. Wow. Holy shit.
Whoa. That's a lot of ones.
But at least there's an 8, so 11 radiant damage on top of the 11 that turned to 5.
Okay. So that is that's going to bring it to 0. So it drops, but you know that in a certain D amount of rounds, if a stake is not stuck in its chest, it's going to get back up.
does it have to be tenderized?
It does not. You don't need a tenderizer, but a tenderizer can help as a tool to drive said stake through a heart.
Steak need to be tenderized?
It depends on the steak and how you're going to cook it, right?
Like, that really depends. That's kind of like a given. It should be tenderized, otherwise it's not going to come up that good.
Well, then aren't
So-
you answering your own question?
So, as
So I'm gonna be grabbing a torch, and could I try and attack to try and chop through the torch to make it an impromptu stake?
you know what? Why don't you give me a sleight of hand check?
Or just crack it in half. Athletics to crack it in half.
I'm just enjoying the roll 4d8 1118. All right, you're like, I can do this. I'll just I'll just cut into it a little bit, and you take your sword and you hold the torch, and as you do it, you just swing a little awkwardly, and your blade basically gets stuck in the wood of the torch, and you're going to try to work to get it back out. You want to try it again, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, if I can try that again, I'll try it again.
Sure, you can try it again.
Sleight of hand again.
Sleight of hand. You could go with the athletics check to just try to snap it, but
well, then I would have gone with that athletics.
You can do that, but just know that depending upon what you roll, you may or may not get a point out of how you snap it. So, athletics away. 24. Probably because you had sunk the blade so far into it, as you bring it down across your knee, the bottom half of the torch snaps off, and there's just this like jagged, pointed edge that comes out of it that you feel on your next turn, you may be able to attempt to stab this thing through the chest. I'm just gonna.
I like to think that it was try and do it like nice and cool and like chop through, and then got stuck on the wood, and then it was just like motherfuck, and then just smashes it, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this works.
All right, I just did a
kind of work out.
I just did a private roll to see how many lines. How many lines is it going to take
How many
to get
lines
this
vampire gonna
Yep.
be doing?
How many lines is it going to take for this vampire to wake back up? You know, how many shots of adrenaline to the heart?
Who's the? All right, we're going Pulp Fiction. Got it.
I was thinking more
all
Tootsie
right.
Roll Pop.
Oh, there you go. All right. Ziada, anything else on your turn? I'm going to say that was probably a move and an action. So anything else on your turn?
No, the only thing I've got is a bonus action. I'll wait until next turn to stab into this thing.
All right. The one in front of the one in front of Novakri is going to try to claw you again. See what it can do. Disadvantage miss. It misses horribly. These things are not made for close combat fighting. I should have made it drop more icicles. And Novakri, it is your turn.
Okie doke. I'm going to try to mind sliver it.
Okay. Is what Mind Sliver is a save or it's a save, correct? Yeah, I think so.
DC 15 intelligence save.
DC 15. All right, let's see what they got. Definitely not great. Nope, definitely a fail.
So he takes 11 psychic damage.
Drops him to about critical, but still up.
And he takes he'll take three off his next saving throw.
3 off his next saving throw. Okay. If he lives that long.
Hey.
All right, that was your turn. Loki, you are up. You now cannot see the one that is fighting Novakri, but you know that there's more going on down there.
All right. I will, I think I'll just stick with Firebolt.
Okay, you move up to the edge. Fire away. 19 is a hit. 7 damage. This thing explodes. Give me a dex save, Novakri. Unfortunate. So 2d4 damage coming at you. See a one. Oh wow! Minimum damage as this thing explodes and is now no more. I will take it off the map. Okay. Loki, you moved up. You fired. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
No, I think that's it. Unless I can try to throw a rope down to Novakri at all or something like that.
Well, are we going to continue down here? Are we going back up? I mean,
well, still, I'll throw down a rope and try to attach it to something up here.
Novakri just yells back, "I didn't fall."
Well, either way, whether
Novakri.
we can climb down easily or something.
Right.
Right, exactly. Novakri is the only one who can float. And I think, and I'm going to say to her, I think that we should continue to have Ziada be in front and not you. So maybe we shouldn't be going this way. I think we should follow the meat shield. I think this is a bad idea.
All right. As you guys are having this conversation, Loki, no further actions on your turn? I mean, apart from maybe lowering a rope?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Goes over to here. What am I looking at right now? Okay. I'm going to go over to here. That guy's dead. This guy is going to fly at Ziada, whose hands are currently holding a stake and a sword. So your shield is maybe not up. Who knows? And it's going to try to murder you with claws that don't work. So here we go. 15 doesn't even come close to hitting you, so it misses. And that is its turn. It goes to Harvest. What do you do?
Yeah, good question. Well, there's definitely something I want to do, but I need Navakri to not be there to do it. If I go to right next to Navakri and offer her my hand, just to sort of like pull her out of that space, if she decides to take my hand, would I be able to pull her out of that space and have another action in this round?
You would move up. You would have to somehow get your arm to reach down 10 feet, and she would have to reach. No, because
she can levitate.
Yeah, if you want to go over and like put your hand down, lay your stomach, and put your hand down to like grab her hand and pull and help her pull her up, you can do that. And then, but it's not her turn yet, so
right.
You may just be delayed in there laying on your belly.
Okay, right. That's what I was wondering. If we would in fact be able to move her on my turn, and if in fact I would be able to have an action after that. So
yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Well, the answer is no. We wouldn't be able to move her on my turn, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, you could move her a little bit, I guess.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait
with poetry.
Until
poetry in motion.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm not gonna do anything this turn.
Boring. Okay, moving
so maybe
on.
I'll move. That's it.
Come on, just jump off the edge, roll a dex check, see if you land swimmingly, and let's see what happens.
Yes, I land swimmingly right there.
Okay. Yeah. All right, you're there, laying on your belly. Good job.
No.
Do you like drop to a knee? Like, what do? You just stand there?
No,
and
I don't
like,
do shit.
No, Valkyrie.
I'm waiting for Navakri's turn to see what she does. She's either going to come out. I say what I said. Like I think we should be walking behind Ziada. And then I'm going to see what she does.
Okay. Just as a brief reminder, as you are standing there waiting for Navakri to come back up, the room that you're looking at
I was going to ask about that.
Large room, huge icicles the size of long swords cling to the 40-foot high roof of this cavern. The floor is strewn with frost-covered blocks of stone and toppled pillars, and embedded in the east wall, which you can't see, or you can see a little bit, maybe Navakri, you see what looks like a glittering, the walls of what must have once been a glittering stone tower, rising up into the ceiling and beneath into the floor. It does look like maybe because a glacier got dropped on it or got formed in it, or however it happened, that there do appear to be cracks and other things in the structure itself. All right, Harvest. That was your turn. That's what you
Do I
see.
see anything moving?
Interesting question. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Sure. Cool.
The 15, you don't see anything moving.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, Jux, you're up.
Time being, I'm just going to rejoin the group.
Hey guys, what's up?
That's it.
Okay. All right. You move there, you do that. Villain is behind. Ziada can kind of see the ice mephit and says, Ziada, you got this? Do you need help?
Should be good. What do you got going on?
I don't see an ice method.
So there is an ice mephit over here that is fighting with Ziada.
It's an ice method, not a vampire?
The vampire has dropped to the
Moved
floor.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ziada was going to try to stake it so it would not die. I'm sorry, would stake it
Just
so it
trying to
would
keep
stay
it
dead.
alive.
Sorry, I did that the other way around, and then was promptly attacked by a rogue ice mephit that had traveled out from the other room. All right, that was
What
Velen's
other
not
room?
going
The
to do
other room
anything.
that you were staring at, or another other room?
So you guys may have also noticed that in the southern end of the room there are two all other exits. So there's a weird looking crash tower. There's some pillars and debris. Then there's a tunnel and a tunnel. And you know that Ziada went this way.
Okay.
Well, some of you may know that. Novagri may not know that. She just jumped off a cliff and then was promptly attacked by ice mephits. So, Ziada, it is your turn. What do you do?
We're going for the vampire first. So stab
Oh,
it down with the stake.
All right, give me an athletics check. I'll tell you right now, DC 15.
I can't see that, so
Nice. Nice. With an 18, you plunge the makeshift stake into the kobold vampire's heart, and this resting dead figure, as you do that, its eyes blast open again, and it just lets out this laugh, like, ah! And then as it finishes, you see the body turn to dust in front of you, just pff, and drop away.
I guess no food. Then I think picking up my shield would be a bonus action. I could be wrong.
So I think you could pick up the shield as part of a move action.
Then I would be fine with that because I'm not really planning on moving since I stabbed down and then I've got this floating little guy here who's just, being a little fuck.
Well,
And,
that said, and because I like to be nice, that means action, plunge the stake into the vampire. Move action, grab your shield. Bonus action, shield bash.
Okay, so yeah, because I was thinking of the action as an attack, but yes, let's go with the shield bash, right?
I like the idea that like once you're past like level 1, your base attack bonus grants you the ability of like drawing a weapon while you're moving, or do like grabbing something as you're going through, unless it's a very specific thing like opening a door or closing a lock or something like that.
All right, cool.
Sorry.
Shield bash. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Oh,
But
doesn't get it.
Yeah. jumped out of the way.
I take. Well, I'll tell you what. It is a -1, but an 18 still makes it.
Well,
So
he can go with acrobatics too, which I'm sure he
that's
probably has some. So he doesn't
dude.
have to try and fight it. He can dive out of the way a bit.
You know what? Yeah, Dex would have been a little better than Strength, but whatever. And actually, it was a -2, so that's a 17, but it's still good. But anyways, all right. So that was your turn. Vampire has been resolved. That guy's dead. Novakri, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I've got Harvest reaching down to pull me up.
No.
You do. Oh no,
No.
but Loki did drop a rope for you.
Be honest, Novakri would pretty much just ignore the rope because all the interesting stuff is down here.
Mm-hmm.
And even yes, and Harvest did say to stay behind the meat shield, but what's the fun in that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the attitude I usually have, and it's got me killed every single time.
Go get it, Novakri. Go get it.
I'm just gonna come
It's
around.
your magic items.
All right. So as you come around there, you see that there is the remains of what looks like a giant tower that is just rammed into the glacier. And then you see that there are these little cracks and openings. Oops, I go here. Little cracks and openings periodically through it that you might be able to peer through. For a little better description, it looks like little remains of the tower itself, except for the outer shell. But it looks like. Give me a perception check. With a 17, and your view, what you can view right now is you can see that inside the tower there still are some of the walls that remain. You also see large blocks of ice, like over here, if you see through that far. But the ice seems to be reflecting patterns that have been drawn on the walls that remind you of stars or maybe geometry, but it seems very ornate. And you also notice what looks like several bundles or items that are strewn around on the floor within the area that you can see down here.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of holler a summary of that back up to the people up top. Hey guys, there's some cool stuff down here. And then I am going to take a potion of greater healing.
Nice.
And get 15 points back.
Nice. All right.
And that's going to be me for right now.
Okay. Give me 1 sec. I just want to check on something. Boom. 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 Okay. Want to do that? Don't want to do that at all. All right, come back over here. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. All right, so you do that, and it goes to Loki. Loki, what are you doing?
Am I aware of anything with Ziada still fighting?
Give me a perception check. All right. With a 19, you know a couple things. One, you know Ziada went down that hallway probably 15 seconds ago and hasn't come back. Two, you know Valin went down that hallway maybe 6 seconds ago and hasn't come back. Three, you definitely hear the sounds of what might be a scuffle coming up. You'll remember, though, that this entire place has a series of weird echoes that both like dim and amplify the sound effects that you guys are making, whether they're taking steps or swinging a blade or yelling or whatever. There's a weird kind of acoustical anomaly that makes these caves up where it sounds like maybe somebody's walking up behind you, but that's the sound somebody was walking a few moments ago. So as far as what's going on down there, maybe it's a scuffle, maybe they're talking. You can't really tell, but you know they've been gone for a little bit now.
All right, then I'll check. All right.
You get over there and you can see Vaylin is there. And I guess maybe you can see the side of Ziada down here. And it looks like Ziada is engaged in a fight with another ice mephit. I'm also going to move the vampire guy off there.
Bonus action, get a little bit more because of short legs, and I'll firebolt.
All right, I'm going to give it a little bit of cover because it's got around a corner. There's people in a fight. There's people in the hallway. You're short. Go ahead.
That last one was uncalled for.
He said short legs just a moment before.
He could have
13
a long
isn't.
torso.
It's true. He could just have stubby legs. Halfling stubby legs. Low-key Stubbs. That's his name. Low-key Stubbs. A 13 is not going to do it. That is not a hit.
That's his DJ name.
That's it then.
That's his mayoral name. All right.
DJ
So
Mayor
fun.
Stubbs.
Mayor Stubbs. Fun fact: there was one additional mephit that is going to run out and come right here and breathe a cold breath right in Navakri's face because that's what they do. Dex saving throw, please. These things they suck. Oh God, you saved. So let's see, 2d4. Right? Is it 2d4? I think it's 2d4, right? Ice Mephit, Frost Breath, 2d4. Okay, 2d4. You're only taking half of this. You take 1 point of damage. Damn it. It really was hoping to finish you off with that. Not that it ever would. All right, the one that's in front of Ziada is going to try and take a claw attack because that's all it has left. Oh, does a 22 hit you?
Oh, that's the number.
Wow. All right, so it's going to do a d4 plus 1 damage because, again, these things are made for combat. So you take 4 points of damage as this thing finally connects and rakes these icy claws across your shoulder, doing minimal damage at best. And that's its turn. Harvest, you are up. You now definitely see that there is another ice mephit that just showed up and tried to attack Navakri.
He yells down, "I told you so!"
No, she doesn't.
And he runs away.
You had your
I
chance.
don't run away. I casually walk.
La 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 la.
What's Novakri's wisdom? Explains a lot.
12.
Well, I mean, it's better than average.
You wouldn't have
But
guessed it.
but
That
seriously, Novakri thinks she's got a ring of warmth because she has a ring that's fuzzy.
is true. That is true.
We might have to take
Um,
some of your wisdom and give it to some of the other players, just
all
to
right.
average out where she actually is.
You get a wisdom, and you get a wisdom. All right, Harvest. You stepped up there. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. The only enemy I see here is that ice method, right?
Correct. That's the only one you see. There is a dead kobold vampire at Ziada's feet, but I took it off the map.
Okay.
It's dust now, right?
Oh no, it's dust. So actually, you
Yeah.
probably, unless you noticed the dust, you wouldn't see it. You're right.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shoot that.
Pew!
Ugh. And I'm gonna shoot it again.
All right. All right.
17.
17 is a hit. 17 is a hit.
Ugh.
Wow. You did as much damage as the mephit did. Nice work. All right. So
Okay.
it takes a little damage as it goes as like an arrow hits it in the side. Man, I wish it still had its breath weapon right now. All of you in a tiny, tight passage. Anyways, anything else?
Yeah. Does Ziada look damaged? Like she's in need of healing? Or no?
She does look like she's taken a little bit of she looks a little roughed up, I guess is what we could say.
All right. I will. As a bonus action, apparently I can do a healing word.
Do you have a limit on those, or is it just as frequent as you have a bonus action?
Oh, I mean, the limit is my spell slots. It's a first level spell.
So it is a first level spell. Okay, cool.
It is, yes.
I didn't know if it
And
was like a
as
bonus action
bonus-
cantrip you were dropping.
No, not at all. And as I mean, let me clarify. Healing word can be cast at first level or higher.
Mhm.
And if I'm using it as a bonus action, then I can only cast it at first level.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I am casting it at first level on Ziada. Okay. 8 points to Ziada. A little something, something.
Thank you.
Yep. And that is my turn.
Okay. Cool. Jux, you're up. You also know that Novakri is getting attacked by yet another ice mephit.
Alrighty, first shot.
Hold on. Are you just jumping 20 feet down?
Sure,
All right.
I can fly.
You can fly?
Yeah, I have that spell.
So
Are you
don't even
dropping a
need to
fly
bring
spell?
Griffin?
Hippogriffin.
No,
sure.
I'll cast the fly spell on myself. If I didn't realize it was 20 feet down,
Yeah, I
I'll
mean,
cast the fly spell on myself and then move, and that will be it.
okay. Yes, you 100% can do that. How high are you staying in the air? So if you just walked off the edge and flew forward, you would be 20 feet up in the air.
That seems reasonable.
I was going to say, which is probably a perfect spot for you right now. I also like the idea that you're just like, I'll go save Nova. Oh, I have a spell for that. I'm good. All right. Valen, it is Valen's turn. Valen sees Ziada has this in hand. Does not have spells she's willing to just like not use, and just sort of goes, "All right, let's get this over with. Keep it moving. Keep it moving."
You don't
And
have cantrips or something?
Interestingly enough, her cantrips are Chill Touch, Light, Mage Hand, Message, Prestidigitation. And Chill Touch is a touch attack, which means she would have to occupy the same space as you. So she does not have
Just
a
move down? Not that I'm suggesting in this case, since like I don't know what you're doing up here in the north with Chill Touch. I mean, come on, Valen.
well, again, so she's a
Figure out
necromancer
something
with a
for the
cantrip.
next
Yeah,
cantrip for your next level.
she probably learned that as like like a budging necromancer, and was like, yeah, this is a great spell. Yeah, then they sent me to the north. Great. Yeah, this. Oh, you're cold now. You're colder.
Now you're
Okay.
irrelevant. It's like, oh,
Now just
you're a dick. She screwed with her superiors. They're pissed at her. Anyway.
it might be. And so then it cuts to you, Novakri. What are you doing?
Nope.
I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's Ziada. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said it was Novakri's turn.
Oh,
My bad.
come on.
It's not your turn yet. Look at the order, dude.
Trouble such as read.
Words no good,
14
brains.
Is the AC of the one that is there?
Well, when they don't have additional forms of cover, a 14 is definitely a hit.
Excellent. So that's going to be a slashing of... Alright, so that's 8 damage.
All right. Okay, that drops it to a little bit below Blooded.
Alright. Okay, so I have a hope. So I am going to try and shield bash this thing so that I hit it and push it away, while also killing it.
Oh well, so I'll do a little pick the curtain up here. It has 9 hit points left, which means I don't think a shield bash would kill it. Even well, maybe a critical.
5 or 6
plus your strength. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
4.
Okay. Fair.
So I mean, there is a chance. I mean, worst case scenario, I've got it. I'm gonna have to try and hit it with my other attack.
All right, I'm gonna roll an acrobatics in competition with your athletics.
All right.
Here we go.
I was right on an 18.
Yeah, but I only rolled a 9.
Oh well, okay. So that checks out. So let's see, 5 or 6, and the plan works. I can't
It's a
see
4.
It. Oh, mother bitch.
Oh, it's a reducing the creature to 1 hit point, but moving it away.
I'm gonna try and if I'll push him back, I'll just follow him.
Wait! Didn't you? Hold on! Didn't you say you had a javelin on you? Couldn't you just grab the javelin and throw it at it?
You know what? All right.
I'm trying to be nice.
I'm not gonna fall for your shit next time when you're trying to convince me to do something stupid, to like jump down the 20-foot gap, because like you did to Mike. All right, just because you convinced me of something, okay?
He didn't have to talk very hard.
So yeah, I will. I'll just kind of put my sword down a little bit. And drop it, not like
throw your sword. See what happens.
Throw it into the sea like other people. And then we're gonna try and javelin this guy. Jesus, that rolled for a while, but that is a.
Oh, that's a hit. That's a hit.
So that's 5.
And it only had 1, and it explodes, but nobody's there. If an ice method explodes and nobody's next to it, does anybody get hurt? No, they don't. And so, roll me just for poops and gigs. Roll me a percentile die and pick 75%. So you could pick like, whatever quarter, what are 25 you don't want. Tell me that's what you don't want.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with 50 to 75.
All right, roll that percentile. See what you get.
Oh, you motherfucker.
So unfortunately, when the ice mephit exploded, so did the javelin. So too did the javelin. Get you. I'll get you one of these days.
Right in the middle.
All right, so Ziada, that was 3 attacks, including a bonus action. Bonus action is one of the attacks. You still have a move if you want to do that.
Yeah, I am gonna be moving up, seeing if I see anything.
You see, once you get in there, you see the ice blocks that we had talked about. You see these sort of like drifting snow piles slash. They're not webs on the map. They make them look like webs, but they're more just dust that's sort of frozen and gotten stuck to walls and created these sort of like trailing things around it. You see that there is like an opening down here, and there is another opening right there.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've got 10, and yeah, I was waiting for some sort of spider to pop out at me.
No spiders. Also, nothing that on the map that has been drawn like webs is actual webs. It's just, I think it's just to show the antiquity of the space that you're in more than anything like that. More than anything else, I should say.
Yeah, so the furthest I can get is to right there, and that's where I will go and end my turn.
You see that to your left here, it looks like there was like something was trying to tunnel into the ice, but it doesn't look like it got very far. And then I'm not sure what you can see. I think your sight might stop right about here from your viewpoint, but you've got a pretty good feeling that that's going to open back up into that room that you had seen Novakri and others dealing with the ice mephits in. All right. As we get as we move past and we get back to the rest of the group, Novakri, it is your turn, and there is an ice mephit about 10 feet in front of you, and about it's hovering probably about like 5 feet off the ground.
We'll Eldritch Blast it. So 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Okay, 8 force damage.
Okay. Bam.
And I get another one.
Yes, you do. For 1 point of damage. It is a hit, but it's only for 1 point of damage.
Sounds fine.
Wait, an
All right.
11 is a hit?
Yes. They have an AC of 11. It's just when they had the cover because being around corners or being in front of people, etc., because they are small things. I will say that gets it to about bloodied, and then I need to take a quick pause for just a moment. I'll be right back.
I misunderstood. I thought 14 was the number.
To hit?
Yep.
You thought 14 was to hit?
Yeah, I thought the 14 was the number, but no. Apparently.
Apparently not.
Plenty of room. Yeah.
Yeah. How has it been taking us this long to get through these guys in the first place at that?
Oh, yeah.
At 11.
There have been enough of them.
Okay, and back. Why did I do that? Sorry. Can people hear me? Are we back?
Yep.
Yeah. No.
All right. No, cannot hear you. What am I doing wrong? Okay, Novakri, you pew-pewed. Did 9 points of damage. Anything else you're going to do?
No.
All right, Loki, you are up. What do you want to do? You saw Ziada descend further into the room after explodifying another one of these ice mephits.
I'll check it out.
Check it out.
Whoa. 5. I'll ask where you're going.
Yeah. Just circling around.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Heading this way. And I point this way. And then, there's a little bit of a tunnel over here, but I was heading down and immediately encountered something. I was continuing forward to try and get to what all sorts of echoes started going on. And I know there was stuff happening.
It's bonus action to dash. Nothing to attack. I'll just keep moving. I'll use my action to dash as well.
All right, and you wind up back in that room, and you see similarly what I described. There is the ruins of a tower. Over here, you see like pillars and other large stones that have fallen on the floor. You see there's another exit to this room right there. And then you also see that there is a large opening, large enough for a person to fit through right there. And in that room, give me a perception check.
I was thinking more Sonic the Hedgehog, Kevin. Being small.
As with a 12, you see you also see that strange sort of like illuminated writing or script either being reflected back by maybe some of the ice in the room or maybe some of the actual walls. But you're not quite sure what it is you're looking at. But it also looks like there are stuff and things littered and strewn across the floor in there. Anything else on your turn?
No, that's all I can do. It's my action, bonus action, movement, everything.
All right. Goes to the ice mephit. The ice mephit, realizing the error of its breath weapon attack, is going to use its natural environment to help it, and is going to fly up instead of right next to Novakri, and is going to try to knock one of the icicles down on you. So I need a DC 12 dex save. That is a save. So you're only taking half of this, which is good. So you're only taking 4 points of damage as another giant icicle the size of a longsword drops down and skewers into your foot. And that is the ice mephit's turn. Harvest, you are up.
I'm gonna move.
Ducka, 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 ducka. Maybe you're going to move.
Totally moving.
Whoa. Zoom. When you get right there, I'll tell you that you see that tunnel in front of you dead ends about where's my that was weird. There it is. Hold on. Snap center. It dead ends right about here, about 20 feet in. It just looks like something had tried to carve a tunnel in there.
Okay. I will. Can I do like a little bit of a closer investigation? Maybe be able to determine what they were using to try to carve that tunnel? Are we talking like claws? Are we talking like tools? Did they
If you would like to maybe get closer and stick your head in the tunnel, sure.
Okay.
All right. Give me an investigation or a survival check, whichever you'd prefer.
I'm sure it's going to be survival. It's my investigation. Oh yeah, it's definitely survival.
With an 18, at first you're not sure because it looks like larger. It looks like something large was being used to core into it. But as you get closer and you observe like further and further into the tunnel, like like the next 5 feet in front of you, and then like the next 5 feet, and then that last like half a foot or whatever. It clearly looks like claw marks. Like maybe. Did you get to see the vampire kobold before it was destroyed or no? I don't think you did.
No.
But it
No.
looks like some kind of small clawed hands were being used and were digging into the snow and the ice with some futility, it would seem, because there's nothing there. But what the reasons behind it for doing it clearly was being driven into trying to create some sort of tunnel to something at some point.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. That's my turn. I don't know.
Hold on one sec. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. I'm just taking care of one other thing, or trying to take care of one other thing. Okay. Jux, your turn. You now see this ice mephit is some 20 feet above you, rattling icicles down and smashing them at Navakri's feet.
All right, give me a second.
Like a real winner.
All right, so if I cast the X-Blade, does that remove my concentration?
If you cast what? If you have a concentration spell like Fly Up, you cannot cast another concentration spell or you lose that one that you have.
And the Eldritch Blast is not a concentration spell, correct?
It is not a concentration spell, correct. Which means you can fly and pew-pew all day.
Well, for 10 minutes anyway.
I was going to say, or at least as long as the duration of your spell, yes.
All right, so I'm going to fire away at that pain in the ass.
Fire away!
He gets to fly all day.
Wait.
Seven's not going to hit.
Did somebody say wait?
No, I just said won't hit. That's all. A 25, however, will hit. The thing that's sad about that is 12 points of damage would have killed it. 8 points does not. However, it is very much criticaled at this point. All right. Do you want to move anywhere else, or do you want to just hang out there?
I'll just hang there.
Okay. It is Valen's turn. Professor Scant is very upset because he wants to see what's going on. 15, 20, 25, 30. Sees this. She goes, all right, I'm going to go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And she gets right here and sees Loki and says, what are we doing? What's going on here? Oh, no, there's another one of those things. And as she says that, Professor Scant speaks up and he's just like, oh, that right there. That looks like a nethery spellcaster's tower. Spellcasters would come to towers like this to regain their spent magic more quickly. I've longed to see one with my non-existent eyes.
So you're still longing to see one?
I long for many things, peasant. That was her turn. Ziada, you are up.
Okay. So we can move up. Move there first.
Do me a favor. Give me a perception check.
14.
With a 14, your eyesight inside here, you see that similar glowing with the symbology and everything. You can't really make anything out. Looks like there's a number of things on the floor. But apart from that, that's all. You can, obviously you also see ice mephit at the ceiling, Jux floating, debris and statuary on the floor, but that's about all you take in. You also see this is from where you're standing right now, it looks like a slope. Hold on, back up one sec. I gotta reveal this just so you get it. And something else happens. As you're right here, you see this is a slope that slides down, kind of the same way as what happened over here was, where you guys had to work to climb up, because these aren't steps at this point. This is a slick tunnel. Now, that being said, when you get right here, or right here, actually, I should say right here. I gotta double check something real fast because I'm not familiar with what happens. Okay, so as you go right through there, give me one more perception check. 17. You can't tell if maybe the closest thing I can think to describe it as is, you know how when you open a refrigerator and the refrigerator is cold, but there's all the smoke that comes out of the refrigerator as the cold air is hitting the warm air and it's coming out towards you. There's a moment as you move through this square going to where you're going where it seems like the world around you has a level of smoke like that. Now, whether that's something warm in a cold environment, whether that's some trick of the light with all the icicles, you're not sure. But as you pass through there, there's no ill effect that occurs to you, but you do experience that.
Right. All right, so if that happens there, I'm gonna kind of turn and see that Loki's the closest one there, and it's like, hey, did you see that?
Loki, you could roll a perception check if you want. With a 21, you definitely see that there's some kind of cloud or mist that Ziada is standing inside of right now, but it's almost invisible, like to the point that it reflects like the ice and the white and the blues of the world around it to the point that you wouldn't notice it. It's just that there's a body standing in it right now that you see it.
Okay. I would try to transfer that information to Ziada.
Right? Okay. Good.
Ziada, you're standing in the predator. Good? Okay, good.
I'm like, all right, I'm not going crazy, right? All right, so I know I was able to get here with like 20, 25 feet or something.
As you get sorry, I just want to give it to you. As you get there, you see that the patterns that you had noticed originally are actually like shifting geometric shapes. Like think of the symbol that they often use for nuclear energy, which is like the 6 ellipses around one golden circle. Like you see that, and then those three or 6 ellipses will collapse into one, and then shift into the sphere, and then the sphere will move and morph into a square. Hold that for a point, and then change into like a 3-pointed star or like a trapezoid, and then go back. And there are multiple figures like this on the surfaces of the inside of this tower that you see now, and they just sort of all move around, creating patterns that they have a rhythm to it, but it's hard to make out. The other thing you notice as you get right there is that right about here, there is what clearly appears to be a white robe left around the skeletal remains of a human with a question mark, but a humanoid shape nonetheless.
All right, so it looks like there's like a gap. I mean, I don't know if it's just kind of all small, like the wall area here, but just it seems like there's a gap in that square.
Yes, that gap is there. That's what
right.
you're looking through right now, and that gap is roughly 4 foot wide, so anybody could reasonably squeeze into there.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop through there with my last 5 feet of movement.
I just want to double check to make sure there's nothing weird. Do you have an Arcana skill at all?
Like I have it. I don't have. I'm not proficient in it, but I have a.
I'm gonna say with that case you can't make a check on this, because the as a paladin, if there was like a divine component to this, I might let you make it, but this is very much magic and sort of outside the realm of what your knowledges would be. So
yeah,
nothing bad happens to you, but like these shifting geometric patterns don't mean much beyond pretty lights kind of thing. All right. As that happens, a couple other things are going to happen. Loki, you see this this mist sort of take a little bit more of a congealed shape, and it drifts down next to you. And as it does that, it immediately evaporates. And as it starts to evaporate into thin air, a few more things happen. The first is you hear in your voice, as does Valen, I have waited for so long. And suddenly appearing in the space that it was in is this. A giant hyena with glowing yellow eyes that is going to surprise attack you. I just need to go back and find out what it can do. Yep, it's gonna come with, so nope. Hold on.
surprise attack.
I could do that. I could do this. There's so many things it could do. I think we're going to do this first. So rather than it attacking you, this creature, after it speaks in your head in that way, opens its mouth, and out from its mouth emits and erupts this horrifying, bone-chilling cackle, like what you would hear a hyena do. And each creature that is within 120 feet of this being must make a DC 15 wisdom save. And I believe that's going to be everybody.
I'll take the 20.
I'll take the 20, he says. Saving throws. Wisdom save. Valen has a +4 to this, so let's see what happens. D20 +4. Valen fails. Jux fails.
Wisdom?
Wisdom.
Jesus.
That sounds good. Oh, that's a fail. So we've got. Let's just do this. We'll start putting a little mark on this. What's a good one? I think we'll put just this moaning face. Anybody who fails. Jux, you failed this, so you're gonna get a moaning face. Loki, did you pass this? Loki, you didn't pass this. You're gonna get a moaning face. And the Memphit didn't pass this, so he's going to get a moaning face. Oh, moaning face, get rid of the heart. Novakri, you did pass this. And then, how about you, Ziada?
Oh, come on. Get out of here. Of course I passed.
He passed it with a 19.
Oh, I see it. Nice.
Oh,
all right, so enough for you. So, I'm going to give you some deets. So this is called a frightful cackle. Each creature that's within 120 feet hears it. When you fail, you become frightened for 1 minute. What does frighten mean? I'll tell you right now. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. The creature cannot move willingly closer to the source of its fear. This is going to last for a minute. A creature can repeat this saving throw at the end of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success. If a creature's saving throw is successful or the effect ends for it, it is immune to this effect for the next 24 hours. So that's what it does on its turn. And might as well, make this. No, I can't do it. Well, it doesn't matter. It is going to go to Novakri. Your turn.
Okie doke. Mr. Mephit, go ahead and do an op attack.
It can't. It is so far up in the ceiling, it can't make an opportunity attack.
Okay, I am going to start a counter charm. So,
Ooh, what does this do?
So, as an action, I start a performance that lasts until the end of my next turn. During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet have advantage on saving throws against frightened or charmed.
Nice work. So yeah, so each one of those people can do it. Provided they don't run away. They are not mandated to run away, but they cannot move closer, and they have disadvantage on stuff and things. You are within range of Jux, which is cool. All right. Anything else?
How big is this thing? Like, how tall is it?
It is large, and it stands roughly... Let me just double check. I'm going to say that as its large shape... Hold on, I just want to... Of course they wouldn't just give that to me. I'm going to say it stands maybe like its back is maybe 7 or 8 foot tall, and then lengthwise it's probably about 8 or 9 foot long.
So I meant this this pillar thing.
That's about, what is it? 5, 10, 15 feet long, probably about 5 foot wide at the widest, 3 foot wide at the middle, and
Okay.
yeah, why? Or
So-
I shouldn't ask why. I just
Just in terms of like seeing things.
yeah, oh yeah, you can
Like
see over it.
It's
Yep.
not like a 10 foot tall thing.
No,
you're saying, like, so
no.
this and this are 5, and like in
The-
between is 3.
yeah.
So
The
all right.
closest I can think for a description or like a modern world thing is, you know how when you see like plantation style homes that have the pillars in front of them, think of like a pillar like that, right? Like
Right.
it's not big. If it were to fall down, you could see over it unless something was laying down
Yep.
behind it.
Okay.
All right. So Novakri, you moved. You cast this spell. Are you going to do anything else? Also, way to drop a 6th level spell. Nice.
It's not a spell.
Well, it's not. It's not. Well,
It's a feature.
Yeah.
It's-
Six.
it's
sixth
a
level
bird.
ability.
Yeah.
all right. Nothing else.
I guess as a... Yeah, that'll be good for right now.
Okay. Novakri. I'm sorry, Novak. Jesus. Loki, your turn. You are frightened. Remember, disadvantage on ability and attack rolls, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. At the end of your turn, you will be given another chance to make a wisdom save against this. And thanks to Novakri's counter charm, you will have advantage on that. What do you do?
Disengage. Move.
Okay. All right. So you get
Frostbiter
out of
is-
dodge.
Gets you in its web.
You
I'm
get
so
out
scared.
of dodge. You make it over there.
This is so much worse.
You are now oh god, you are now outside the range of Novakri's influence.
It's 30 feet.
Right, there's a wall between you and it. Your spell doesn't penetrate walls.
It's not a spell.
I'm not going to allow that you're going to penetrate through a solid block of ice.
So, I mean, it doesn't say anything about sight. It says here.
'Cause it's
Right.
musical notes.
During that time, you and any friendly creatures within 30 feet of you have advantage on saving throws. You are not within 30 feet because it is a line that goes around the ice. You can't draw a line through a block that you can't see or move or do anything through.
Yeah.
If you were standing on the side of a rice paper wall, I would say yes. A solid piece of glacier, no.
Okay, that's fine.
So, however, Loki, if you're not going to take any other actions on your turn, you do get the wisdom save to not be frightened with the DC of 15.
Oh, shit, I forgot that I'm brave. I forgot about that. As
Oh,
a
what is-
halfling.
You have advantage
What?
on it anyways, don't you?
I do. I should have advantage last time too. Let's see.
Mayor Stubbs pulling things out of his back pocket.
Like any politician.
That's all right. That's all right.
It didn't really help.
You'll get that.
Still frightened.
Oh.
Still
So much for
frightened.
being brave.
All right.
I'm very brave.
It is the ice mephit's turn. The ice mephit. Well, I take that back. Loki, you moved. You made your save at the end of your turn. There's nothing else you're going to do, correct?
Nothing else.
Okay, cool. All right, so the ice mephit can't move closer to try to get Loki, so Navakri cannot move closer to get Jux. Well, I suppose it could. Yeah, it's gonna fly over to Jux. Come on, I'm on the right thing. I'm gonna fly over to Jux and take a swing at Jux. Wrong one, Tom. I can get rid of that one because it's not there anymore. This one, we're gonna take a claw attack. Does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to take 1d4 plus 1 damage, and then I'm going to need a con save of 10, or if the damage is more that, but it can't do more than 10 damage. So it's just going to be 2 points of damage. You got to give me a con save. 10 or less. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You'll live forever. That is the Ice Mephit's turn. Harvest. It sounds like some shit's going down. Actually, did you make your save, by the way? Yes, you did, right?
I rolled. I don't know if I made it or not.
The wisdom 10. You did not. Yep,
okay.
You did not make it. So I'm going to put the weird face thing on you. So you're kind of fucked. You can't leave where you're at because you can't move closer to the source of your fear. However, you can't see your fear, so yes, you can move. Sorry. If this wall had not been there, you would have been really screwed. Yeah, no, if this wall was not right here, you would have been really screwed. You would have been really screwed. But you can move.
I can't move closer, so I can't go down that tunnel that was in front of me. I have to.
Well, so I mean, to be honest, you could probably make it to right about here, and then as soon as you would see it, you would have to stop because you couldn't move closer to it. But you could go that way, yes.
And that would put you in my aura.
Okay.
But it's fine. Yeah. She ran away. Doubled. But if that is your full move, and that's the end of your turn, give me another wisdom save, and you could break this.
Okay.
Roll that one. You know you want to.
What do I have to roll for it?
You got it. It's DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay. Notice.
Oh, just short. It just popped up on my screen. You are still frightened, my friend. Jux, you are up. You are also frightened, and you are now a little surrounded as there is a mephit on your back slashing at you, and a giant hyena that just emerged out of the mist. That's right there as well.
All right. Well, first blast on the mephit.
Pew! That's a 20. A 20 to hit is a hit, and with 12, it blows up. So give me a Dex 10 save. With a 9, you don't save, so you're going to take 2d4 damage, and then you're going to have to give me another one of those saves as you take 5 damage. And now it is time to see if you fall from the sky. So roll your con save. You're going to get a 10 or better. Oh, wow. Your con save is on point. Well, you're going to live forever. All right. You fired one Eldritch Blast. Do you fire another?
Yes. At the hyena.
Mm-hmm. A 19 is a hit, and you do 11 damage to it.
Disadvantage.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true. You have disadvantage because of the fact that you're attacking the creature. You probably should have had that against the Ice Mephit as well, but we're not going to go back. I'm not going to go back. And so it is a hit. And because they're both the same, I'll let you keep the higher damage. So you do. I did just say do. You do 11 points of damage. Well done. And it looks like it takes a chunk of fur and flesh off the creature's back, and it snarls and looks towards you. Now it knows where you are. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Do I get to reroll the save against the fear?
With
Yes,
advantage?
and yes, with advantage, because it's the end of your turn and you're within 30 feet of Novakri.
And my sultry voice is encouraging you to man the fuck up.
So what am I rolling?
It is a wisdom save, DC 15.
And you said with advantage?
Yep. Oh boy. Close. But no cigar. Still afeared. All right. Valen is going to Professor Scant immediately starts talking. I'm going to let Loki and Novakri make perception checks to see if you can hear what he says. Novakri, you're going to hear this. Loki, you're going to hear this. You both hear from Valen's pocket, a little muffled, just going, "Great Godspeed's ghost! That thing must be the thing that sired the smaller vampire. It's a hyena vampire? No, it must be a gnoll, perhaps? Ooh, I've not seen one of these before." Velen quickly tells him to shut the hell up, and she's going to drop a spell. Let's see what this is. I just got to double check. All right. She casts a spell of some level, and the creature must make a con saving throw, and her saves aren't that great. Yeah, her saves are only a 14. So let's see what happens.
Here comes the one. Da, da, da,
con save +7. Yeah, 24 is going to do it. It's only going to take half of this, but half of this is 8d8 necrotic damage. And I just got to... Actually, this is another point to look up.
Vampires
It is
Yep.
It is resistant to necrotic damage. Valen should have thought about that, but she didn't before she dropped this. And it's going to take a quarter of this, but it is 8d8 points of damage. So let's see what that turns into. All right, so it's 27. And if we divide that in half, that drops down to what? 10, 14. No, that's 13. And then a quarter of 13 would be 5, 7. So it takes 7 points of damage. It does take 7 points of damage. And it looks like it's still not wounded. That was Valen did that. Valen does not like being there, and Valen is going to exit stage right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. One thing I do want to find out is, do they have does this thing have reach? And no, it does not have reach. And from where she was, it would not get that. So that was Valen's turn. Ziada, you're feeling pretty spunky, and you're inside a magic tower. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna unmagic towerize myself, and
See you later.
gonna jump right out, and then we're gonna head over, get to this guy. And I am on the wrong sheet. So I am going to... I know I have it because I found it earlier. It's not level 2, is it? Fuck. No. I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
Ooh, what does this do?
So this is your prayer empowers you with divine radiance. Until the spell ends, your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage on a hit.
Nice, but that is a bonus action or a full round action to cast?
Bonus action.
Nice. All right.
Yes. For 1d4, it wouldn't be as worth it.
You gonna roll the d4 or?
So I have to hit. So I like cast that on myself, and when I attack.
It does 1d4 radiant damage. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was 1d4 rounds. Gesundheit.
All right, so that better hit.
Oh, does it 20? Yes, the 26 does hit.
So it is 5, but then there's also, excuse me, 1 point of radiant damage. So watch out.
All right. So it's going to be 3 points total because it's a non-magical attack. The radiant damage does make it through. So I'm going to give it 3 points of damage. However, it cannot regenerate because you've done radiant damage to it.
And then another one.
Have another one.
18.
Hang on. An 18 is a hit.
So that is 10 and...
Oh! So it'll be 5, and I'm going to give you all the radiant. So it's 9 points of damage. Minus 9. And with that, I'm going to give this creature a wounded mark. Look, you guys are wounded buddies. That little yellow marks together.
Yay.
Nice. That's really cool. All right. Is that your turn?
Should have. I am going to say to the hyena, apparently it should have been longer. In response to saying it's been so long.
It sneers and says, "You will make a delicious snack."
That's what your sire thought as well. Or
All right.
What's the one underneath? Is that the sire? Are you
well.
the sire? Whatever, sire, reverse sire, whatever you fucking guys call yourselves.
Oh, boy. Ugh. So it goes to the top of the order, and it is 11:39 right now. This is clearly a fight that's going to drag out for a while. Do we want to hit the pause button right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So when we join up next week, you guys will be fighting a large hyena vampire who has several of you still scared of it. And it's probably going to eat Novakri or Ziada on its turn. Just saying.
Good luck.
We'll see what happens. All right. Everybody, good fight. You got rid of the mephits. You got that done. People decided to stick their heads in an abandoned magic tower, and that had some problems with it. But yeah, good stuff. Welcome to the Caves of Hunger yet again.
That's
Good job.
what ended up happening. The mist appeared before the tower.
Well, so the mist, if you remember, I've been having people roll perception checks for a while, and the mist has been traveling through the room. And it wasn't until you walked through it and made the check, and then Loki made the check, that you noticed the mist.
Yeah. But it wasn't because of walking in the tower. Or was it?
Well, or maybe it was in the tower and it came out because you guys showed up. I don't know.
Because we showed up.
I don't know. We'll see.
It wasn't because of sticking the head in. That's all I'm saying.
I do have to say
it showed up because we showed up.
I do have to say that if I had given it more thought, I definitely wouldn't have cast a 4th level blight on a vampire. But as soon as I was like, I'm doing this and this is going to help everybody, and everyone's like, no, it's necrotic damage and it's not going to. I was like, damn it, you're right. Oh well. So Philin doesn't have all the answers. She only has some. Professor Scant's yelling at her about it right now.
Right. Like, seriously, it's like, shut up. It's like, no, listen to him. Listen to him. No,
You don't want to, but you should. You really should. But
I mean,
all right, everybody. I will talk to y'all later. All right.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right.
later.
Bye.
Well, bye bye.